Hey everybody, hope y'all are doing well. So I wanted to do today's video on several of you. Oh, sorry, there are my hands. It's hard to hold a camera and make a selfie video at the same time. Um, all right, so I want to make this video about some of y'all have asked about Mbira lyrics and singing to Mbira songs. So there's two things I want to talk about. The first is a specific thing. So John had posted a video. It's in one of the comment sections below with a link to Kutandara doing a version of Nemam Sasa, and Amy was singing some lyrics in it, and John was wondering what those lyrics were. So I'll tell y'all what they are. And also, before I do, I want to kind of give a shout out to my teacher, Matemai, and really just say something that I'm really thankful about for just the way he is with a lot of this stuff. Because in my experience, a lot of teachers, if they don't know what something is, they'll just they'll make it up, and they'll kind of tell you a story. Maybe I don't know why, like to make you happy, to make you shut up, to sound like they're smart. I don't know the reasons. I guess everyone has different reasons, but Matimai on the other end doesn't do that, and I'm so appreciative because he will, I'll come to him with this profound question and ask this question to my master teacher. And a lot of times he'll just say, I don't know. I don't know what that means or why that is. And, that's just something I really appreciate about him. Because I think it's really easy in this stuff to get kind of led down false paths in a way. So, anyway, and the reason I'm telling you all about that is because there's one word, or in that Nemam Sasa video, where one of the lines says Nemam Sasa karenge zuva namo ichauya. And that's a very common, a lot of people sing that lyric. And so I asked him what it means, because I know what some of it means, which I'll tell you. So let me go there first. So Nema Musasa is there's even a few different explanations about what that is. So what I've learned Nema Musasa to mean is a temporary shelter, right? So like Nema is like a shelter. Musasa is a type of tree. So it's like this like tree shelter, this shelter made from sticks is how I describe it a lot. So Nema Musasa, and then Karinge Zuva. So that word right there was the one I had a question to Matemai about, because Karinge Zuva, he sings a song called Karinge Zuva, and I've heard that word a lot, and I didn't know what it means. Now in Matemai's song Karinge Zuva, it's the name of a girl, and I might teach you guys that song sometime. It's nice. But in that song, Karinge Zuva is this girl who goes off into the forest, and we don't know why, but her parents are calling after her, and so they're singing Karinge Zuva Urikupiko, So, in Matemai's opinion, Nemam Sasa Karinge Zuva, that Karinge Zuva is referring to a person named Karinge Zuva. And then Namo means trouble, right? Problems, trouble. Namo ichauya, trouble is coming. Trouble will come. So the lyric in Shona is Nemam Sasa, Karenge Zuva, Namo ichauya. Now, not to give Amy too hard a time, but her pronunciation on Namo wasn't, she's kind of saying Nama. It's Namo, Nhamo, Namo ichauya. Yeah. And I'd love if somebody out there maybe as a reliable source of information about what or who Karengezuva is, it'd be fun to compare notes. Because when I asked Matimai, what does Nemam Sasa Karengezuva Namo Ichauya mean? He said, I don't know. It's a story. He said, I've heard it lots of times, but it's a story. It's one line in a poetic story that he doesn't know that story. So there you go. So that kind of opens up the next part of it. April, I think it was April, had asked for some singing, and I may be incorrect in this, but I think she said, "Hey, is there singing to the song with no name, and is there singing to Mapi Imana?" And she may not have actually said that specifically. So April, I'm not calling you out in any way, but the reason is because a lot of people do say that. They're like, "Hey, I want to learn the singing to, you know, Mbirimo. I want to learn the singing to Nema Musasa." And so there is not the singing to a song. If you the more you get into like really learning lyrics and these sort of poetic lines, you'll hear a singer like Sekuru Gora is a really good example because he's so poetic and he has a lot of really cool poetic lines that he sings, and he'll sing those lines in lots and lots of songs. So the lyrics are more personal than that. They're more like up to the singer at the time. There are some things where like probably you wouldn't say Nema Musasa Karenge Zuva Namo Ichauya in Shanje or in a song like that is like a Nema Musasa specific lyric, but there aren't, in my experience, there aren't a lot of those. The songs that have specific lyrics, again, in my experience, are the songs that are drumming and singing songs that are songs, vocal songs that are then set to the Mbira. So actually I said Mbirimo, but Mbirimo would be one of those songs where Mbirimo came from a Dine rhythm drumming song that Matimai then put onto the Mbira. So that would have pretty specific lyrics, and you can hear when Matimai does Mbirimo, he sings like this story. He does that anyway. I mean, that's sort of like a thing that he's famous for. Is Matimai is more like a storyteller in his songs. Like he'll take another good example is like Bukatiende, the Mbira song Bukatiende. Literally, a lot of us have heard that means wake up, let's go. Okay, great. So Matimai took that concept, Bukatiende, wake up, let's go, and he wrote the Mbira song Nengure, which the Nengure is a bird that it chirps early in the morning. And then he wrote this whole song about waking up in the morning and hearing the Nengure bird. And because they're hearing the Nengure bird, they know it's morning, it's time to get up, it's time to get moving, and then the story goes on. So, what's the point of this? The point is that lyrics are really fluid, and that's good, right? Because you can kind of learn a vocal line. Like one that I like is that Sekuru Gora always sings is like. Naiva kuru jaita seiko pamusha pano. So you can say that Naiva kuru jaita seiko, which is like asking the elders, like why are things the way they are. Pamusha pano here in the village. The kind of placement of where that lyric can happen really easily in both like Nemam Sasa style songs and Maharoro style songs, and other ones too. So that's just an example of a lyric that I like to put in several different songs. So what I'd recommend is instead of trying to learn lyrics to a song, just listen to lots of Mbira music, and then if you start hearing a melody line that you like, even if it is just in one song, learn that. And then you can use that in different songs. And maybe that could be something we could kind of do is if there's like a specific melody or specific vocal line that you like on some Mbira song, post it, post a link to it, and then we could see if we could learn it, and then maybe I could kind of give you some examples of ways you could use that lyric in a few different songs other than just the one. So anyway, that's an idea. All right, I have to go and get ready to teach a class, and I hope y'all are doing great, and talk to y'all later. Bye.